Hello, 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 hello. Hi, everybody. This is a reading for Scorpio. Scorpio for the new moon from the 1st to the 15th. It will cover that first half of the month. And I'll be using for that the Gilded Tarot by Gustav Klimt, the other side of the box. And as I mix the cards, I want to tell you that I opened my channel to private membership, and you can join. It will be under my banner, under my YouTube banner. You'll see join, or under any of the videos, you'll see join. Sometimes you won't see it on a smartphone on your phone. You probably will have to use a laptop, but then you can interact using the smartphones and iPads. But anyway, what is in store for Scorpio? What is in store for Scorpio? What is in store for Scorpio? Shall we see? Shall we see? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start. I'll be waiting a little bit before I start. So let's see what's in store for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising for the first half of the month of August. Let's see. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 6. One just flew out. How do you like that? Okay, so let me show you that. All right, so these are the ones that came out. The Ace of Swords. Then we have the 4 of Swords. Can you see that? There you go. The 4 of Swords. Then we have the Queen of Swords. Hi there. Welcome. The Queen of Swords. Then we've got the 7 of Cups. All right, the 7 of Cups. Now we've got the Page of Swords. There you are, the Page of Swords. And out from under the deck just flew out the 4 of Cups. Look, it's interesting, Scorpio, to see that you, let's say, compared to the last couple of years, or even just the last few months, you seem to have put it in your mind. You have made the decision. I need not really a new lease on life, but I have to start interacting with people the way I want them to interact with me. If I'm forthcoming, then they will be forthcoming. If I am open, then they will be open. Sometimes those people around you will surprise you. And what you'll see is that they're going to be so forthcoming. And you just open the floodgates. You just become open all of a sudden. Now, in this period, in this 2-week period, is an extremely difficult, not difficult, but delicate. Okay, so it's a delicate time in terms of you interacting with others and the way you sort of express yourself, the way you say what's on your mind. And because there's a bit of a fear here, there's a very slight fear that the person that you are interested in, or the person that you need to speak with, communicate with openly and straightforwardly, you're afraid that they will just move away. They'll just get up and leave. They will not be able to handle that straightforwardness that characterizes you so much in this period. Now, there is to be said here, Scorpio, that that what is happening now, these first 2 weeks, and the fact that you need to interact on a very open basis, will lay the groundwork for the future, will lay the groundwork for what is to come in the future. And it's very important the way things get communicated, because the quality of the communication then will set the standard for then the upcoming months, but I believe years to come. Now, you are not so, there's this mirroring effect between the 7 of cups on that side and the 4 of swords on this side, and you're not so sure. I have to say, hi everybody, I have to say you're not so sure, or let's say you're not so convinced that you will be going forward with this person or these people. You're not really sure, because every now and then you stop and you think, is this, should I be doing this? Should I be doing this? You're thinking to yourself. And there's one side of you, Scorpio, that has invested. It seems that has invested, probably a lifetime. You, every day you think to yourself how you have acted and interacted with other loved ones in the past, and what did that bring you? How did that go? Was it successful? Was it not successful? Well, that didn't go very well. I must be doing something wrong. So let me try this. You're working with a different maturity today. And it is, let's say, thanks to all of the other relationships that you've had. Now, what I'm interested in looking at is this 4 of Cups, because typically, and I'm not one of them, but typically, the 4 of Cups by Rider-Waite was painted as a boredom card. I'm not seeing that as a boredom card. Well, I'm not. And what is that clarification? Is the sun so shining bright you can't even see it. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. This is, how can I say, this is how you're feeling today. This is the desire that you want to go through. This, absolutely. You have a conviction that is founded on your experience on the one hand, and how you read other people, and on the other, how you feel the person that you're dealing with now, how capable they are to come back or to bounce back or to, be a good sparring partner with you. And it's a risk, you're putting out you have risked in the past, but now once again you are thinking, okay, I'm going to risk it all again, and risk you should, because this sun is a really good indication of where it's meant to be and where it's going to be. I'm going to take the runes. Let's see what they have to say now. Okay. All right, there is Kinats. Kinats is on the floor. Kinats is bright stave, and it does tell you, yes, what you see and what you feel now is on point. It's very, very dependable how you're feeling. Hold on to that and rely on that. Here too, I'm seeing in terms of the future and your doubts concerning, will this go on, or should I put a lot of investment into it? I have the nameless, faceless rune weird, and it's telling me that you will, based on the notion that you can now. You're at a moment in your life, Scorpio, you're at a moment in your life where you feel that you're a person in your own right, and people are interested in being with you because they know you are the way you are, and you're banking on that. And being truth to yourself is what is going to save the day, actually. Yera does talk about beating time. Yera does talk about taking time, and it is over that 4 of swords mirroring the 7 of cups. It is going to take a long time. This may be the last of the relationships that you have. I don't mean it that way. I mean it that there will be no other one, or no other her, or another him after this one. So it looks like the runes are telling you, if you have the patience, because here there is required a high dosage of patience, to put in the time and to Understand the way the other person works. It will work in your favor, actually. Bjork Bergana tells you that these 2 weeks have been will be laying the foundation for what is to come in the future. So you, Scorpio, are really making or breaking the future relationship. Righto here is Merkstave. And that tells me that don't go straying. Don't think that there will be something else better than what you have right before your very eyes. No, because what you have is what you wanted, what you chose. And since it is your choice, you have to honor that choice. Not only Hagal does tell you, of course, Scorpio, you have that sensation of wanting to do things the way you do and with your own characterization, with your own personality. And of course, it's so, I mean, it would take us so much to be someone else, so we know how to be ourselves. But what Hagal here is telling you, Hagalas, is that notwithstanding, despite the fact that you do want to be yourself, you really still have to go deep within and remember who you are and keep asking yourself, who am I? What am I? Am I doing the right thing? Is this what I really? You keep asking, because that is going to keep you healthy. Urus tells you again, it indicates, with large arrows, this is the person. These are the persons. This is where you should be, Scorpio. This is where you should be. And Ingvats is a measure of success. Ingvats, it tells you that there are building blocks that need to be put in place one after the other. And these 2 weeks serves for that purpose. Now I'm going to pull these up and do the other half of the reading, Scorpio, that gives us a little insight into I'll be using the Vera Sibilla, gives us a little insight into interpersonal relations. So let's see. I'm going to first mix the cards. Remember, this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here you go. Where there's a predominance of Scorpio in your chart. And then cut them in half. Then cut them in 3 and choose a deck. I have here, well, as we speak, the 2 cards underneath the deck, this is Speranza, Hope, and Dottore, the Doctor. And it seems that on both parties, on behalf of both parties, or as many as the relationship groups together, on all the people involved, on all the parties involved, on their minds is uppermost in their minds, that they do really hope that by taking care of the relationship, and which means communication, slowly but surely, things will work out. Now, there is also here, and I have to point it out, and I have to point it out because here it is. I've got both the female enemy and the male enemy. What does this mean? It means that there will be other people involved. As I say that, there's an expression in Italian. I'm saying it, but I'm denying it at the same time. There potentially are around the corner. I mean, literally outside and around the corner are other people involved, friends of that person who would like to see them that now when, and it's sort of raining on your parade in the sense that here you are, finally, after so long, you've found a situation, a relationship of some sort that you're taking care of. And you know that even if you talk of exclusivity, that word that's a metaphor really, being exclusive, I'm only going to be with you. I'm only going to have sex with you. And everything that implies when you bond, it's only me and you. It's only me. And is it only me and you? We all have eyes to see. We all have, the thing is here, what I'm looking at, ladies and gentlemen, Scorpio friends, is that it's not a matter of jumping in bed with the person, another person, for a third party to come in. What I'm seeing is that there may be talk, all right? There may be talk about, hey, what do you think? Can we get together with so-and-so or so-and-so? Hey, what do you think of so-and-so and so-and-so? And there will be talk. And this is going to be alluring for you. It's going to entice you. It may even start from you and not the other parties. But it is a very delicate issue, remember. And it's one thing to talk about other parties in the bedroom and in the boardroom, to talk about it and to get excited. And it has a motivation, it has a purpose. It can motivate the heights of passion, for example. It's another thing to actually go and see another person and have a relationship with another person and exclude certain parties. Now, why am I spending time talking about this? Because I'm looking at the cards, and there's a card, there's this three. I'll give you an example, okay? So we have here, this is the leggerezza, the lightness of being. Then we have the male enemy, could be a female there, which is a focus card, by the way. And then there is morte, the death, a widower. And coming out as in that way, it does talk about the potential around the corner of having coming to the end of a relationship because of ideas, thoughts, desires. You know, when someone makes you participate in their desires and in their thoughts, it's a privilege on the one hand. And so you need to treat that as a privilege. Again, Scorpio, it may be starting from you, but if it does, remember the sensitivity, the sensibilities of other people. I do also see here, Scorpio, that the 2-week period is always going to be full of communication between you, you and the other parties, and it's going to be lovely. That is really the heights of the exchange. This is probably the best part. Even if you are far apart, the communication will always be of a very, very passionate nature, a very, tingling. Your skin tingles. You're alive. You feel alive. All of a sudden, there are certain parts of your life, of course. In this 2-week period, I see nothing in terms of work. I don't see any positive or negative cards indicating anything about your livelihood. And it is a 2-week period that really concentrates on he, she, her, him, them, that kind of, and measuring yourself in relation to others, and who, and I don't want to lose my, so, but it's interesting for you. It entices you. You get off on it. You enjoy it. So let's enjoy it, Scorpio. I do hope this was of help to you. And like and share my videos if you appreciate them. And subscribe, push the button, and you'll get the notifications. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. Until we see each other again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.